Hello dear students, this is Jackishan. Welcome to the fourth part of chapter 6, Lines and Angles. Students, in the previous parts, that is in part 1, we have covered the introduction of this chapter. In part 2nd, we have covered one theorem and two questions of exercise 6.1. And in part 3rd, we have covered the rest questions of exercise 6.1. Now in this part we are going to cover all the concepts that we will use to solve the questions of exercise 6.2. Okay, so let us see our first topic, and that is parallel lines and transversal. So how we will define transversal? See, a line which intersects two or more lines at a distinct points. Okay, in transversal we can give the definition: a line which intersects two or more lines at a distinct points, like this. Okay, suppose here two lines are there, line M and line N. Okay, two lines are there and one more line is there which is intersecting these two lines. Okay, so this line intersects two or more lines. Okay, it is not necessary that it will intersect only two lines, more lines can be here. Okay, so if a line intersects two or more line at a distinct points, like here suppose this line is intersecting line M at point P, and this line L intersecting this line N at point Q. So basically this line L is intersecting M at P and N at Q. Then this line L is known as what? It is known as transversal. Okay students, so you can write the definition like this and make figure also. Now next topic is parallel lines. What is parallel lines, students? I have told you earlier also that what is parallel lines. Two definitions we can give: that always equidistant from one another. The lines which are always equidistant from one another, like this. Okay, suppose M and N, two lines are there which are equidistant to each other, means the distance between these two lines is everywhere is same. Okay, the distance between these two lines is same everywhere. So we can say that these two lines M and N are parallel to each other. Or in another way, how we can define parallel lines? We can say if two lines are such that they never intersect each other. See, this line M and this N will never intersect each other because the distance between in these two lines are same everywhere. Okay, so we can define the parallel lines like either we will say that always equidistant from one another, or we can give the definition like it will never intersect each other. Okay, so these two lines are parallel. And also it is not necessary that only two lines can be there, more than two lines can also be possible. Okay, like this. Suppose here this line is L, this line is M, and this line is N. Okay, so the distance between these two is same everywhere. The distance between these two is same everywhere. So this line L is parallel to M and M is parallel to N. Okay, we can also say that L is parallel to N also. Okay, how we'll write the parallel lines? We can denote the parallel lines like M is parallel to N, so we can write it like this. Okay, this symbol, okay, this symbol is denotes parallel to. Okay, so here M parallels to N, we will write like this, and L parallel to M parallel to N, we will write like this. Now students, we are going to cover a very important concept regarding parallel lines. Okay, so here the statement is, let a transversal L intersects two parallel lines M and N, then some pairs of equal angles are formed. Okay, so firstly let us see that how we will draw the figure of this. See, here two lines are there, one is M and one is N. Okay, and this line is transversal, suppose it is L. Okay, so basically M and N is parallel to each other and L is transversal, which is intersecting these two lines. Okay, now we'll suppose this angle is your angle 1, this angle is angle 2, this is angle 3, and this is angle 4. Okay, suppose this angle is 5, this angle is 6, this is your angle 7, and this is your angle 8. Okay, now our first is corresponding angles. Okay, so in this figure we can say that the angles which are on the same side of transversal, like angle 1 is corresponding to angle 5, angle 2, see, same side of the transversal, means if we are looking at left hand side of the transversal, then angle 1, 2, 5 and 6 are there. Okay, but above the line angle 1 is from here and angle 5 is from here. Okay, so these two angles are corresponding. Angle 2 is below the line, and here also angle 6 is below the line, so angle 2 and 6 is what? Corresponding angle. In the right hand side of the line, angle 4 is corresponding to angle 8 and angle 3 is corresponding to angle 7. And in the case of parallel lines, corresponding angles are equal. So we can write angle 1 is equal to angle 5, angle 2 is equal to angle 6, okay, and angle 4 is equal to angle 8, and here angle 3 is equal to angle 7. Okay, look at the figure. Angle 1 is corresponding to angle 5, angle 2 is corresponding to angle 6, angle 4 is corresponding to angle 8, and angle 3 is corresponding to angle 7. Okay, in the case of parallel lines, corresponding angles are equal to each other. Okay students, now coming to the second concept, that is alternate interior angles. Okay, so which pairs are alternate interior angles? Alternate means on the different sides, okay, and interior means like in between these two lines. Okay, so the first condition is on the different side and the second condition is in between these two lines, so that is alternate exterior angle. Okay, so if we are taking angle 2, okay, so what will be the pair of alternate interior of angle 2? Angle 8, because these two angles are alternate, means on the different side and in between the lines M and N. So angle 2 is alternate interior of angle 8 and angle 3 is alternate interior angle of angle 5. Okay, so here in this part we can write angle 2 is equal to angle 8 and angle 3 is equal to angle 5. So these are the pair of alternate interior angles. Okay, these are also equal. The third concept is alternate exterior angle. So as we have seen that in alternate interior angles we have taken the angles in between these two lines. Now in alternate exterior angle we will take the angles which are outside of these two lines. Okay, so which angles will see? Firstly, alternate means angles opposite sides of the transversal. And what is the meaning of exterior angles outside of these two lines? So here, what will be the pair of alternate exterior angles? Angle 1, it will be equal to angle 7. Okay, see, one side of the transversal angle 1 is there and other side of the transversal angle 7 is there, and both are outside of these two lines. So these will be the pair of alternate exterior angles. Here the other pair will be what? Angle 4 is equal to angle 6. Angle 4 is equal to angle 6. Okay, so it is clear from the figure that angle 2 and angle 8 are alternate interior angles, and angle 1 and angle 7 are alternate exterior angles. Angle 3 and angle 5 are alternate interior angles, and angle 4 and angle 6 are alternate exterior angles. Okay, and these pairs are equal to each other. Okay, now next is co-interior angles. Okay, so firstly we are going to see that which pair of the angles are known as co-interior angles. See, co-interior means of the same sides. Okay, angles which are of the same sides of the transversal, and interior means the angle inside of the lines. Okay, so here angle 2 is co-interior of angle 5. Means if someone asks that what is the co-interior angle of angle 2, so here you can say that angle 5. So here angle 2 and angle 5 are co-interior angles, and here angle 3 and angle 8 are co-interior angles. And one more important thing you have to see here, that the co-interior angles are not equal. Okay, the angle 2, like here in all these types we have seen that corresponding angles are equal to each other, alternate interior angles are equal to each other, alternate exterior angles are equal to each other. But here in co-interior angles we cannot say that the angles are equal to each other. But yes, one important thing is here, that the sum of these two angles, means the sum of co-interior angles, is equal to 180 degree. Later on we will prove it also. Okay, angle 3 plus angle 8 is equal to 180 degree. So we can say that co-interior angles are supplementary angles. See, the sum of these two angles is what? 180 degree, and we have seen in the definition of supplementary angles that the two angles whose sum is 180 is known as supplementary angles. So here angle 2 plus angle 5, these are co-interior, so here sum will also be 180 degree, and angle 3 and angle 8 is also 180 degree, so these are supplementary angles. Okay, so it is very important, all the four types, corresponding, alternate interior, alternate exterior, and co-interior angles. Okay, you have to remember all these factors. Now coming to our next topic, and that is axiom 3 and axiom 4. So as we have seen above, that if two lines are parallel and one transversal is intersecting two parallel lines, then their corresponding angle and alternate interior and exterior angles are equal, and corresponding and co-interior angle is supplementary. Okay, so here basically two axiom is given. If a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of corresponding angle is equal. We have seen in the above figure that their corresponding angle is equal. Okay, so basically this is the axiom why the angles are equal. This is the axiom. Axioms are what? Axioms are general facts, okay, which are not required proof. Axiom 4 is, if a transversal intersects two lines such that a pair of corresponding angle is equal, then two lines are parallel to each other. Just opposite of that. Okay, as we know that if two lines are parallel, one transversal is intersecting, then their corresponding angles are equal. Then what is the opposite statement of this? In the opposite statement, we can say that if a transversal intersects two lines such that the pair of corresponding angles is equal, okay, then the lines are parallel. In the first given, it is given that lines are parallel, then their corresponding angle is equal. In the second condition, it is given that if corresponding angles are equal, then we can say that lines are parallel. Okay. Now students, coming to our theorem 2. Okay. And what is the theorem? If a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of alternate interior angle is equal. As we have seen that their alternate interior angles are equal. Now we have to prove that how it will be equal. So firstly we'll see that what is given here. It is given that two parallel lines M parallels to N and a transversal L intersecting line M and N. Okay, it is given that what is to prove here? We have to show that their alternate interior angle is equal. Okay, alternate interior angles are equal. Okay, so let us see the diagram of this theorem. Suppose this is the diagram of this figure where these are the two parallel lines M and N and the transversal L is intersecting these two lines. Okay, here is the angle 1, angle 2, angle 3 and angle 4. Okay, we have to prove alternate interior angles. So in this case, okay, in the previous case we have drawn a different diagram where we have assumed this angle 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, but here we have assumed that this is angle 1, this is angle 2, this is angle 3 and this is angle 4. So in this case, what will be the alternate interior angle? The pair of alternate interior angles are angle 1 and angle 4, angle 2 and angle 3. So this we have to prove equal. Okay, this we have to prove that angle 1 is equal to angle 4 and angle 2 is equal to angle 3. Okay, so in to prove statement we will write alternate interior angles are equal, that is angle 1 is equal to angle 4 and angle 2 is equal to angle 3. Okay, now we are going to see the proof of this theorem. See students, we have seen the case of co-interior angles. In that case, the co-interior angle, the pair of co-interior angles are what? Angle 1 and angle 3. Okay, so here we can write that angle 1 plus angle 3 is equal to 180 degree. How we can write it? The reason is co-interior angles. Okay, suppose this is your equation number 1. In the second case, see, angle 3 and angle 4 is what kind of pair of angles? Angle 3 and angle 4 are the linear pair of angles. So that will also be equal to the sum of angle 3 and angle 4 will also be equal to what? 180 degree. What reason we'll write here? Linear pair of angles. Okay, suppose this is equation number 2. So from 1 and 2 we can see that from 1 and 2 that the right hand sides of both of the equations are equal. Okay, so we can write here that angle 1 plus angle 3 is equal to angle 3 plus angle 4. If the right hand sides of the both of the equations are equal, then their left hand side should also be equal. Okay, so here we have written the left hand sides as equal. Now see, angle 3 is in the left hand side, with positive sign, angle 3 is also in the right hand side with positive sign. So this will be cancel out. So what is left? Angle 1 is equal to angle 4, which was to prove. Okay, so like this we can prove. Okay, and similarly we can prove angle 2 is equal to angle 3. If the same kind of conditions, if the same kind of questions are there to prove, okay, in that conditions, in that questions, if one we have proved, so we can write for others that similarly we can prove others. Okay, so like here we have written similarly we can prove angle 2 is equal to angle 3. Okay students, so this is very important theorem, how to prove that alternate interior angles are equal. Here we have proved angle 1 is equal to angle 4 and angle 2 is equal to angle 3. Okay, and it is not necessary that there is only one method to prove that alternate interior angles are equal. Okay, by other methods also we can prove that alternate interior angles are equal when a transversal intersecting two parallel lines. Now next theorem is theorem 3. If a transversal intersects two lines such that a pair of alternate interior angles is equal, then two lines are parallel. See students, this is just the opposite of above theorem. In that theorem we have to prove that if two lines are parallel, then their alternate interior angles are equal. But in this case it is given that if the pair of alternate interior angles are equal, then we have to show that the lines are parallel, means just opposite of the above theorem. So how we can do this question? So firstly we'll write the given part. Okay, what is given here? It is given that two lines M and N. Okay, this time we cannot say that these are the parallel, we have to prove that the lines are parallel. Two lines M and N such that a transversal L intersecting both. Okay, intersecting both lines. Now what is to prove here, and what else is given? It is also given that their alternate interior angles are equal. So firstly let us see the diagram. So according to the statement of the theorem, it is also given that angle 1 is equal to angle 4. Okay, because these are the pair of alternate interior angle, and it is given in the theorem that the pair of alternate interior angles are equal. So 1 is equal to 4 and angle 2 is equal to angle 3. Okay, basically it is given. What is to prove here? We have to prove here that the line M is parallel to N. Which line is M? This line is M, this line is N, and this is the transversal, that is L. Okay, so we have to show that the line M is parallel to N. Recently we have seen the axiom that if the pair of corresponding angles are equal when a transversal intersecting two lines, then the lines are parallel. Okay, so which are the pair of corresponding angle? Angle 6 and angle 3, angle 5 and angle 4. So if we will show that the corresponding angles here are equal to each other, then we can say that the line M is parallel to N. So basically here we are going to show that the corresponding angles in this case are equal. How will show? Let us see. So it is given that angle 1 is equal to angle 4. Okay, it is given, and we know that angle 1 is equal to angle 5. Why? Tell me the reason why angle 1 is equal to angle 5. because angle 1 and angle 5 are vertically opposite angles. Okay, so this is very important that you have to remember each factors that I have told you previously. Here angle 1 and angle 5 are vertically opposite angles, so this reason we'll write here that vertically opposite angles, angle 1 is equal to angle 5 because of vertically opposite angles. Okay, now suppose this is the equation 1 and this is equation 2. In both of the equation you can see that their left hand sides are equal. Angle 1 is in equation first also and angle 1 is in equation second also. Okay, so from equation 1 and equation 2, from 1 and 2 we can see that angle 4 is equal to angle 5. Why? Because we know that things which are equal to the same thing are equal to each other. Okay, so here angle 4 is equal to angle 5 and angle 4 and angle 5 are corresponding pairs. So we have to write corresponding pairs. Okay, and if corresponding pairs are equal, then by axiom we can say that M is parallel to N. Okay, we have studied the axiom recently that if a transversal intersecting two lines such that their corresponding angles are equal, then the lines are parallel to each other. Okay, so this much we have to write in the proof of this theorem. Okay, pause the video and note it down. Now see students, as we have proved theorem 2 and theorem 3, you can also prove theorem 4 and theorem 5 which is given in NCERT. Okay, so basically this is your homework, theorem 4 and theorem 5. This you will do in your fair NCERT copy. Okay, now let us see the next topic. The next topic is lines parallel to the same line. Okay, lines parallel to the same line. So what is the theorem 6? Theorem 6 is just based upon this, lines parallel to the same line. The statement of theorem 6 is lines which are parallel to the same line are parallel to each other. So basically the figure of this theorem can be like this. Okay, here three lines are there, M, N and P. What is given in this condition? That lines which are parallel to the same line. So suppose M is parallel to N. This line M is parallel to N and this line P is also parallel to N. So we'll write P is also parallel to N. So try to understand what we have to prove here. M is parallel to N, P is also parallel to N, so we will show that this line M is parallel to P. Okay, both the lines M and P are parallel to the same line, then we'll prove that these lines M and P is parallel to each other. Okay, so what we'll write in the given part of this theorem, we'll write in the given part that three lines M, N and P. Okay, this is given and L is transversal. L is transversal. Okay, what else is given? That M is parallel to N, P is parallel to N. Okay, both the lines M and N is parallel to the same line N. Okay, now what is to prove here? What is to prove? We have to show that these lines M and P is parallel to each other. Now we'll see that how we'll prove this. Okay, proof. So see students, here we have supposed that this is angle 1, 2, 3 and 4. Here angle 5, angle 6, angle 7 and angle 8, and it is angle 9, 10, 11 and 12. Okay, so basically to show M is parallel to N, if we'll show that the alternate interior angles of M and P, okay, means angle 1 is equal to angle 10. If we will show this also, angle 1 is equal to angle 10, then it is also proved that side M is parallel to side P. Okay, so how will prove? Let us see. See students, if M is parallel to N, okay, and it is given also M is parallel to N, then we can say that angle 1 is equal to angle 6. What is the reason behind it? The reason is alternate interior angle. Okay, these are the alternate interior angles, angle 1 and angle 6. And again, if this line P is parallel to N, then we can say that angle 6 is equal to angle 10. Why? What is the reason behind it? Angle 6 and angle 10 is like the pair of corresponding angles. The pair of corresponding angles. Okay. So suppose it is your equation number 1 and it is your equation number 2. So from 1 and 2 we can see that angle 1 is equal to angle 6 here, and here also angle 6 is equal to angle 10. Angle 1 is equal to 6 and angle 6 is equal to angle 10. So from 1 and 2 we can see that in both the equations angle 6 is there. So we can say that angle 1 is equal to angle 10. Okay, so if for two lines M and P which is intersected by a transversal L, their alternate interior angles are equal, then we can say this will imply that the line M is parallel to P. Okay, so very easy proof of this is here. Okay, simply we can say that angle 1 is equal to angle 6 because of alternate interior angle, and angle 6 is equal to angle 10 because of corresponding angle. So we can directly say that angle 1 is equal to angle 10, and by this we can see that the line M is parallel to P. Okay, so this is the proof of this theorem. So just pause the video and note it down, and whatever we have seen in this part of the video, these are the concepts on which the questions of exercise 6.2 is based on. Okay, in our next part we'll see the exercise 6.2. okay, so for that it is very important to just note down everything and remember the factors. Okay, all the theorems, all the axioms, all are important here. Okay students, so this is enough for today. We'll see the questions of exercise 6.2 in the next part. Thank you students.